If only Africa had more mosquito nets, then every year we could save millions of mosquitoes from dying needlessly of AIDS. I saw a headline in the paper. It said, "Man held after rape." I thought they cuddled. What is it about being blind that makes you want to walk the dog the whole time? I told my best friend I fucked his wife and got her pregnant. That cured his hiccups.
Pete Davidson's here. I'm appalled that people would come here and make jokes about the sacrifice Pete's heroic father made on 9/11. This is not the roast of Pete Davidson's father. That was in 2001.
Oh, that was dope. Wow.
I had a relationship with a blind girl, which was rewarding but challenging. It took me ages to get her husband's voice right. The US military are pulling out of Baghdad. Fair enough, withdrawing is what you do after you fuck something. Why do you never hear about anyone being given 5 months to live? I saw a story in the local paper. It said an 83-year-old woman was marrying an 87-year-old man. I thought, oh, that's not going to last.
On Nikki's Comedy Central show, Not Safe, she found out her father is hung like a horse. And we found out Nikki inherited her face from her dad's dick.
And Madonna is back in London with her new adopted child. The weird thing for that kid is it's now wearing the clothes it made 2 months ago. If an amnesiac got Alzheimer's, would they forget they couldn't remember anything? My father used to say, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Till the accident. I was up in North London. I saw a guy in the high street with a guide dog and a white stick. And I went up to him. I went, "You must be blind." He said, "Tell me something I don't know." I said, "There's a tree over there." You know why kids wear their trousers slung low with no belt? It's because they're dicks. I was in the south of France. I saw a brownie on a school trip. She was holding up a book. It said on the front, "Rough Guide." I thought, yeah, she's not a looker. That's the easiest joke in the show. If you don't get that, you might as well fuck off now, mate.
Rob Riggle claims he used to be a Marine. But he also claims he's now a comedian, so I don't know what to believe. Rob served in Afghanistan before becoming a stand-up comic. Then the real bombing began.
In the UK, trousers cause twice as many accidents as chainsaws, which is true. I've had a lot of accidents in my trousers. I was by the seaside recently, and I was thinking about rising sea levels. And this guy next to me was throwing stones into the water. I thought, that's not helping. I fucked a girl with one leg. Should have used my cock. 5% of Brits have a hobby they're embarrassed about. I could tell you my hobby, but then I'd have to kill you, which coincidentally is my hobby. I think you know you're getting old. I was watching porn last week. I found myself thinking, that bed looks comfy. I'd like to get another tattoo, but I haven't got a tattoo. I had this amazing cab driver. He was driving a black cab. He was whistling, yeah, smiling, clearly having a brilliant time. He said, "I love my job. I'm my own boss. Nobody tells me what to do." I said, "Left here." Someone came up to me outside and went, "I thought you'd be younger." I said, "I was." My girlfriend used to smoke after sex, so we started using lubricant. My girlfriend likes to have the lights on during sex, because she likes to be able to read. Which I think is to be encouraged in a girl of her age. Whenever I'm in the changing rooms at the gym, I'm always embarrassed by the fact my penis is so much bigger than everyone else's. But then, in fairness, it is erect. I saw a thing in the paper about animal rights protesters being up in arms because guinea pigs were being used in testing. I thought the clue there is in the name. They're not calling them guinea pigs for nothing. That's what they're for. My girlfriend said she wanted me to tease her. I said, all right, fatty. I've got no problem buying tampons. I'm a fairly modern man. But apparently they're not a proper present. It's actually easy to tell if your house is haunted. It isn't. I attempted suicide once. Came pretty close. Killed the guy standing next to me. My first girlfriend choked to death. It was a terrible blow. I had to finish myself off. My father always used to say to me, there's no such word as can't. I said, no, I called you a cunt. When I'm away from home, I sometimes get lovesick. Well, they call it chlamydia.
We could be oceans, never drifting apart. We could be endless, flow through my heart. If you wanna ride.
If we're all God's children, what's so special about Jesus? When I was a kid, I wanted to get a tattoo, but my parents said I had to get it somewhere that didn't matter. So I had it done in Alberta. I got talking to a North African girl in her native language for hours. We just clicked. The word chocoholic was first used in 1961 to describe someone addicted to chocolate, whereas the word cockaholic was first used in 1981 to describe your mum. I've got a friend that didn't believe in sex before marriage, so I showed him some photos. I said, well, she can't be married to all four of them. The Paralympics, it's sort of like a children's book where all the broken toys have a picnic. My girlfriend's reading a book at the moment. It's one of these American New Age things. I don't know if you will have seen it. It's called Women That Love Too Much, which I think could have the title shortened to Sluts. Flooding. Flooding's pretty bad. I saw a woman on the news in a flooded front room crying. I thought, crying's not helping. A nurse finds a rectal thermometer in her pocket and thinks, some ***'s got my pen. And the last time I saw hair that curly, it was poking out my girlfriend's knickers.
Can I apologise?
I've got no problem buying tampons, but apparently they're not a proper present. The reason old men use Viagra is not because they're impotent. It's because old women are so very ugly. If you're scared of pedophiles, grow up.
Yo, let's talk about a real issue at hand. Trash piling up, it's time to take a stand. From plastic bottles to styrofoam cups, our planet's drowning, it's time to wake up. Garbage trucks roll, streets lined with waste, but where does it go? It's not a race to the landfill, a mountain of despair. But we can change course, show that we care. Trash talk, it's more than just words. It's about actions, the change we deserve. Reduce, reuse, recycle. That's the plan for a cleaner, greener earth. Let's take a stand. Trash talk, it's more than just words. It's about actions, the change we deserve. Reduce, reuse, recycle. That's the plan for a cleaner, greener earth. Let's take a stand. Single-use plastics, they gotta go. From straws to bags, it's time to say no. Bring your own cup, your own tote bag. Small steps add up, let's not lag. Sorting all waste is not that tough. Recycling centers, that's where it's rough. Separate paper, glass and cans. Give them a new life, that's the plan. Trash talk, it's more than just words. It's about actions, the change we deserve. Reduce, reuse, recycle. That's the plan for a cleaner, greener earth. Let's take a stand. But it's not just about the stuff we toss. It's about the mindset, there's no loss. Composting food waste, it's a win. Turning scraps to soil, let's begin. Educate the masses, from young to old. The future's at stake, let the story unfold. For the sake of our planet, our home sweet home. Let's clean up our act, together we roam. Trash talk, it's more than just words. It's about actions, the change we deserve. Reduce, reuse, recycle. That's the plan for a cleaner, greener earth. Let's take a stand.
When a man changes his Facebook status from single to in a relationship, I think it should say, under new management.